Have you ever considered that some of life's richest moments might come not from social gatherings, but from quiet, solitary time spent with yourself? As we grow older, the balance between enjoying solitude and engaging with others can shape our sense of fulfillment and inner peace. For many, learning to embrace alone time, establish healthy social boundaries, and communicate thoughtfully with others is key to a harmonious life. Yet, how do we find that balance, especially in a world that often prizes constant interaction? In this video, we'll explore the profound value of solitude, the importance of setting social boundaries, the power of language in our relationships, and how to navigate economic differences in social settings. Through practical advice and real-life examples, we'll discover how these insights can empower seniors to cultivate both inner peace and meaningful connections in their lives. Before we begin, would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 10. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Hashtag the value of solitude, finding joy in your own company. For many, aging brings with it more opportunities for solitude, yet not everyone is prepared to embrace it fully. Take Mr. Chan, for example. After retiring, he found himself surrounded by quiet and a surprising sense of loneliness. Friends and family were often busy, and he began to wonder if solitude could offer something beyond silence. Over time, he discovered that learning to enjoy his own company opened doors to unexpected peace and self-understanding. Learning to appreciate solitude. At first, Mr. Chan struggled with feelings of isolation, but he decided to approach solitude as an opportunity for self-growth. He took up painting, something he had always wanted to try but had never found the time for. Through painting, he discovered a creative outlet that helped him process his thoughts and reflect on life. Solitude, he found, wasn't just time spent alone. It was a way to reconnect with his own interests, passions, and even memories. Finding comfort in daily routines. Mr. Chan also began to value the small daily routines he established, from enjoying a leisurely morning coffee to taking evening walks around his neighborhood. These routines became moments of calm and predictability, helping him feel grounded and connected with his surroundings. He realized that time spent alone wasn't empty, it was rich with opportunities to enjoy simple pleasures that often go unnoticed. Balancing solitude with social connection. Embracing solitude doesn't mean withdrawing from social life entirely. For Mr. Chan, solitude became a source of personal renewal, giving him more to bring to social interactions. He found that after spending intentional time alone, he enjoyed his interactions with others more, feeling refreshed and more engaged. Solitude helped him connect with himself, which in turn deepened his connections with others. Mr. Chan's story illustrates that solitude, when embraced, can lead to a fuller, more balanced life. By finding joy in his own company, he learned that time alone can be one of life's most rewarding companions. If you are still watching this video and find these stories useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2. Hashtag maintaining social boundaries, finding balance with others. Navigating social boundaries can be challenging at any age, but for seniors, it often takes on new importance. Consider Mr. Wong, a retired teacher who loves spending time with his family and friends. However, he started to feel overwhelmed as his home became a frequent gathering spot for family events and spontaneous visits. While he cherished these connections, Mr. Wong found himself craving more time to recharge on his own terms. His journey to establish healthy social boundaries became an essential step toward regaining balance. Recognizing personal needs. Mr. Wong realized that while he valued his relationships, he also needed personal space to feel refreshed and energized. He began by acknowledging his own limits, understanding that setting boundaries was not about distancing himself from loved ones but about preserving his well-being. Recognizing that he felt drained after hosting frequent gatherings, he decided it was time to communicate his needs. Communicating boundaries with kindness. Mr. Wong approached the topic with his family in a warm, respectful way, explaining his need for personal time while assuring them of his love and appreciation for their visits. Instead of leaving his family feeling rejected, he suggested specific days for gatherings and planned smaller, more manageable visits. This allowed him to enjoy his family's company while maintaining the solitude he valued. By expressing his needs openly and kindly, he created understanding and respect for his space. Establishing balance and consistency. Mr. Wong also realized that consistency was key. He stuck to his agreed-upon boundaries and avoided feeling guilty for saying no when he needed rest. Over time, his family adapted to this new arrangement, and Mr. Wong found that his relationships with them became even stronger. Having clear boundaries allowed him to be more present and engaged, bringing joy and warmth to each interaction. Through Mr. Wong's experience, we see that setting boundaries doesn't mean closing off, rather, it's about preserving one's energy and happiness. Clear, compassionate communication helps build relationships that are respectful and fulfilling, honoring both personal space and connection. If you are still watching this video and find these stories useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 3. #### The importance of language, using words to build understanding. The power of language in our relationships cannot be underestimated, especially as we age and our social circles shift. Mrs. Lee, a warm and social retiree, learned this lesson through a misunderstanding with a close friend. Known for her candid nature, Mrs. Lee had always believed in telling it like it is. But one day, a casual comment meant as friendly advice was misinterpreted, leaving her friend feeling hurt and distant. This experience led Mrs. Lee to reflect on how language can strengthen or strain relationships. Recognizing the impact of words. Mrs. Lee realized that words, even when well-intentioned, can have unexpected effects. She began to understand that her straightforward approach sometimes came across as critical rather than supportive. She decided to be more mindful of her tone and choice of words, focusing on expressing empathy rather than advice. By adjusting her language, she found that her conversations felt warmer, and her friends were more receptive to her thoughts. Practicing thoughtful communication. Mrs. Lee also learned to pause and consider the feelings of others before speaking. Instead of quickly responding with her opinion, she practiced active listening, allowing her friends to share their thoughts fully. This created a space of mutual respect, where both sides felt heard and valued. Mrs. Lee found that by choosing words that expressed understanding and encouragement, her friends felt supported rather than judged, turning conflicts into learning moments. After the misunderstanding, Mrs. Lee reached out to her friend to apologize and explain her intentions. This openness helped rebuild their trust, and they both grew from the experience. Mrs. Lee learned that acknowledging misunderstandings and being willing to apologize can turn a potential conflict into a stronger connection. By focusing on kindness and clarity, she was able to restore and even deepen her friendships. Mrs. Lee's experience shows that language is a powerful tool for fostering connection and understanding. By using words thoughtfully, we can avoid unintentional harm, build trust, and create relationships that are filled with warmth and mutual respect. If you are still watching this video and find these stories useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. ### The impact of economic differences. Finding balance amid social pressures. Economic differences can sometimes create subtle yet significant social pressures, especially among friends and family. Mr. Carlos, a retired mechanic with a modest income, often felt this challenge when socializing with friends whose financial situations allowed for more lavish lifestyles. Invitations to high-end restaurants or costly vacations occasionally left him feeling out of place or hesitant to join. However, over time, Mr. Carlos developed strategies to maintain his psychological well-being and stay true to himself despite economic differences. Redefining social activities. Instead of distancing himself from friends, Mr. Carlos took the initiative to suggest more budget-friendly activities that everyone could enjoy. He invited friends to join him for simple pleasures, like potluck dinners at home, picnics at the park, or movie nights with rented films. These alternatives not only suited his budget but also helped create more relaxed and intimate gatherings. Mr. Carlos realized that meaningful socializing wasn't about money, it was about shared experiences and genuine connections. Setting boundaries with confidence. Mr. Carlos learned to feel comfortable saying no to activities that went beyond his budget, without feeling embarrassed or apologetic. He expressed his financial boundaries openly with friends, explaining that he prioritized mindful spending in retirement. To his relief, his friends respected his decisions, and many even appreciated his thoughtful approach. By setting clear financial boundaries, Mr. Carlos freed himself from the pressure of keeping up and found peace in his choices. Focusing on gratitude and inner wealth. Rather than comparing his financial situation to others, Mr. Carlos began focusing on what he valued most: his relationships, health, and hobbies. He cultivated a sense of gratitude for the small joys in life, whether it was his morning coffee on the porch, a walk in nature, or time spent with family. By focusing on his inner wealth, what truly made him happy, he gained a sense of contentment and confidence, unaffected by external comparisons. Mr. Carlos's approach demonstrates that economic differences need not hinder social connections or personal peace. By embracing authenticity, setting boundaries, and focusing on what truly matters, seniors can navigate social pressures with grace and maintain a balanced, fulfilling social life. If you are still watching this video and find these stories useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. ### Maintaining a positive mindset. cultivating optimism and resilience. A positive mindset can greatly enhance quality of life, helping us navigate life's inevitable changes and challenges. For seniors, maintaining optimism and resilience becomes especially valuable in facing transitions, health fluctuations, and shifts in social dynamics. Here are some of the strategies that seniors, like Mr. Carlos, use to nurture a positive outlook, even during uncertain times. Practicing gratitude daily. Gratitude has a powerful effect on mental well-being. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can create a sense of contentment and happiness. Simple daily habits such as writing down 3 things to be grateful for each morning or pausing to appreciate small moments, like a warm cup of tea or a call from a friend, help keep the mind focused on positive aspects of life. This habit builds a foundation of optimism that can be drawn upon during challenging times. Staying socially engaged. Social connections are key to a resilient mindset. Engaging in conversations, activities, or community events helps prevent feelings of loneliness and isolation. Surrounding oneself with positive, supportive people brings joy, reduces stress, and offers a network of encouragement. Seniors can find new social groups through local organizations, hobby clubs, or even online communities, staying connected to others who share similar values and interests. Embracing lifelong learning. Curiosity and a willingness to learn keep the mind active and engaged. Whether it's taking up a new hobby, reading, or attending community classes, learning something new fosters a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Embracing learning helps create optimism about the future and keeps the mind sharp, ready to adapt to life's changes with a sense of adventure. Building self-compassion. Resilience is strengthened through kindness toward oneself. Accepting life's ups and downs without self-judgment allows for quicker recovery from setbacks. By treating oneself with understanding and patience, it becomes easier to approach life's challenges with a sense of calm and confidence. Maintaining a positive mindset requires intentional effort, but the rewards a happier, more resilient life are well worth it. By practicing gratitude, nurturing connections, staying curious, and showing self-compassion, seniors can cultivate a mindset that not only brings peace but also enhances every aspect of daily living. A balanced, fulfilling life in later years comes from understanding the value of solitude, respecting social boundaries, choosing words with care, and focusing on inner wealth and resilience. Embracing these insights can lead to a life rich in peace, connection, and self-satisfaction. By following the examples of individuals like Mr. Chan, Mr. Wong, Mrs. Lee, and Mr. Carlos, seniors can cultivate both inner and social harmony. As you reflect on these stories, consider how you might apply these principles to your own life. Take time to appreciate solitude, communicate openly, set personal boundaries, and foster a mindset of gratitude and resilience. Share your experiences with loved ones, and encourage others to join in creating a balanced, joyful life, filled with connection and purpose. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more tips and inspiration on living your best life.